Hi there, I'm Dr. LaQuita J, and welcome to my YouTube channel where I talk about all things in between being and becoming a pharmacist. How you doing? You all right? I am so excited, so excited. I know that you guys are studying for the NAPLEX exam, and here at PharmD To RPh, we focus on NAPLEX prep, personal branding, and career development. And I'm so excited to share with you guys that we'll be starting this new series called How to Pass the NAPLEX When You Are Overwhelmed and Out of Time. And today, I am so excited to talk about this topic because the topic we're going to talk about today is it's not going to be your study plan. It's not going to be your flashcards. It's going to be your mindset. At PharmD To RPh, we have our framework, and one of our key components of our framework when we're going through our programs and our services is going to be mindset. Mindset is so important because let's just be real. What good is knowing all the mechanisms of action of drugs, all the side effects and these things? What's good to even know like strategies to start studying for the exam, how to prep for the exam when you're still stuck in your head every time you sit down to study. Over my years of coaching, I have been coaching pharmacists in the passing the NAPLEX in the exam prep sector since 2017. I have been in career development since 2014. So we have been there. We've been around for a while. We have learned some things, okay? And especially with the career sector, because I have been in four sectors of pharmacy, community, PBM, government, as well as clinical. So you have a majority of a good background grabs on things, okay? So let me start by asking this question. Have you ever just sat down to study, right? And you already feel before you even begin, you already got this feeling of defeat. Before you even started, you feeling defeat. You're reviewing, let's say hypertension or diabetes management, but that little voice in your head is screaming, you're not going to pass this exam. You're not going to pass anyway. Why study? See, what happens is no one tells you when you're studying for the exam, no one tells you it's not just about what you know. It's really about what you believe. Believe while you are studying. I literally have been in your shoes. And I took the exam 3 times. Not one, not two, but 3 times. I took the exam. And what I've what I've learned, it was my mindset. And this is one of the biggest things and one of the biggest things that I've learned is the more times you fail the exam, the more times you're going to need mindset. It's me constantly mindset training, mindset shifting, always constant, all the time. And if you're walking into your prep with fear, with doubt, or shame from a past attempt, the test is already has the upper hand. It already has the upper hand. Let me paint this picture for you. Because I want to make it realistic for you. You blocked out the time to study. You got your highlighters, you got your prep book, um, but just 10 minutes in, you are already distracted. Not because you're lazy, but because there's this very low voice. just keep whispering to you over and over, this low voice whispering to you, you probably failed. You may fail this exam. And if it's someone who has failed, you failed before. What if it happens again? Or you should have started earlier. You're so behind. And before you know it, you keep reading the same 6 lines over and over, and still you can't remember a thing. Does it sound familiar? Does it sound familiar for you? Yeah, I heard it before too. I hear it before too. I hear it. I hear it a lot. I hear it a lot with my clients. A lot of times, like for instance, I had a client, and just for privacy purposes, and I would call her. I would name her Dr. Johnson. Okay, but with Dr. Johnson, she came to me on her first NAPLEX field attempt. She did not, um, she knew when she failed, it was not due to her lack of intelligence, but from burnout, that self doubt, to do more without clarity. That's when she knew it was that. She was super smart. She graduated from pharmacy school with honors. She was top of her class. But when it came to the NAPLEX, she couldn't retain anything. Math became a blur. Pharmacology, it didn't like, what, wait, what? The disease states what? Like, as if she never went to pharmacy school before. Not because she didn't know it, but because she was studying from a place of fear. Her her study plan was filled with 10-hour days. And she was kept taking quizzes after quizzes, and she was scoring 60s. Why? Because every single page she read, she was battling imposter syndrome. Her brain was trying to protect her from the pain, not retain the information. And this isn't about this exam. It's not about intellect. This was an interference. The number one source of interference is our mindset. Her study sessions, even though they were 10 hours long, they weren't strategic. They were survival mode. And survival mode doesn't lead to mastery. Is this coming up for you? Am I saying something that's coming up for you? Because you got to think about that survival mode. It's constantly. You can't. It's your body is still in this fight or flight, right? We know about fight or flight. We're in survival mode. For Dr. Johnson, it wasn't until we worked together on rebuilding her confidence and structuring that thing and structure those things that shift. She passed not because she was studying harder. She passed because she studied like the registered pharmacist that she is. Because here's the truth. The truth is, most pharmacists who fail the NAPLEX don't study as pharmacists. They don't study as registered pharmacists. They study like students. They study like someone who's trying not to fail again. And let me break this down for you. When you're studying, especially with anxiety, your brain literally goes into threat mode, the fight or flight. Your brain is in survival mode. It shuts off the part that's responsible for retaining and applying the information. That increase of cortisol is blocking everything. That survivor energy it's never going to lead to mastery. So even if you're putting in the hours, even if you're studying scared, but you're not studying effectively. And before we can fix your study strategy, we need to fix your self concept. Let me explain. Your brain. Your brain has a hard time retaining information when it feels unsafe. When you're anxious, you're working memory short circuits. That's why you can't when you feel that's why you feel like you're learning, but on the exam day or when you get to test yourself, it draws a blank. You blank out because you're working in memory circuits. The mindset you bring to the process really matters just as much as the method you are using. And a lot of times people, when I ask clients, I ask them, hey, what was something that how did you study between your first year attempts? They tell me, oh, I use this program, this program, this program. But a lot of times it's not another prep book that you need. What you need is strategy. Oftentimes that's what we think we need. We don't need another prep book because no matter what, no matter how the information is presented to you, you still got to learn it. You still have to learn it. And that's why at PharmD To RPh, we just don't focus on what to study. We help you master how to study and who you need to become while doing it. I'm even going to give you an insider. I'm gonna give you an insider, and I'm gonna give you an insider of what one our signature frameworks that we have. It's called the NAPLEX play, and let me show you the NAPLEX play method. No, the play method, because the program is NAPLEX play, but the play method. Inside this play method, it's the exact framework we use to help the ones who are taking NAPLEX on the first, second, third, fourth attempt, even fifth attempt. Those overwhelmed pharmacists get their confidence and license back. How? You say, Dr. LaQuita, how you do this? We set the foundation. One, with the P, we prioritize what matters. Not all 80 plus chapters carry the same weight in your prep book. You need to strategically study based on the blueprint, the high yield concepts, and your weak zones. This also means that prioritizing mental clarity and wellness so you don't get burned out. Another way we go in, once we got to prioritize what's matter, we goes into learning with intention. Mindless reviewing does not work. That's why at PharmD To RPh, we have developed our method called the SCORE method, where you must connect the why behind each topic to understand how it helps patients in real life. You have to learn with intention. So with the SCORE method, you're not just reviewing just to say, oh, I need to review. No, we're going to connect. With our coaching calls, we learn with intention. You're connecting, okay, this is why this works and this helps with a real patient. You anchor your learning with purpose and clinical application. Then you also, once you master how to learn with intention, you want to focus on that applying, not just memorizing. Because the NAPLEX isn't an exam where you just recalled everything, you just regurgitated, vomit everything. It's an application exam. You must train like a clinical thinker, not a trivial contestant. Not, oh, let me go see what I can do on these quiz questions. But you train like a clinical thinker. The active recall, the case-based studies, the daily application, that all matters. All that matters. And you want to yield to structure. Discipline beats motivation every single time. Discipline beats motivation every single time. You have to stick to your personalized plan. Follow your review rhythm. For us, it's the SCORE method. Even in clinical thinking, we have a method called PharmD method to help you think critically and clinically. Because the discipline is going to beat motivation every time. Oftentimes, it's just like this. Oftentimes, we want to start this new habit, but you have to really ask yourself, who do you need to become to go to the next level? Who do you need to become to go to the next level? You know, that's one of the things we have to really ask ourselves. Who do we need to become to go to the next level? And I'd have jumped ahead, and I'm just gonna stay right here because this is the truth. I wanted to take this time out. I wanted to really have an exercise for you for this week, in this training, in this series. I really want to have it where we can really dissect this, because you have to state your intention of why you even want to pass this exam, because I think it's oblivious to why we want to pass and we don't know why. Why do we want to pass this exam? So I'm gonna give it to you. Oh, and I was like, yeah. Let me make sure I got this good so you can see it perfectly. And I want you to take this time, and then you need to pause, sit yourself right now and pause. But pause this video and really ask yourself, why am I studying for the NAPLEX? Why? Seriously, write it down. Not because I have to, not because of, but it's not because of what I have to. It's because who you are becoming. And to give you some examples, some of my previous clients have written, the reason why I'm studying for this exam because I'm tired of putting my life on pause. Some Dr. Carter wrote, I deserve to walk in my calling as a pharmacist. Dr. Clark wrote, because my patients need me. You see that? Why are we studying for this exam? Is because you're tired of putting your dreams on hold? Is it time? Is because you're ready to stop doubting yourself and step into your next level? Why are we studying for this NAPLEX exam? Take a moment, pause, take 30 seconds and write it down. Pause this video if you need to. This is your intention. And without intention, everything becomes a task list. So pause. And I'm going to stop. Now, I hope you had pause because I wasn't going to keep waiting for you to pause. I hope you done follow the instructions, but let's anchor that belief even deeper. Let's anchor it deeper. I really want you to take this time out to complete this sentence. I want you to finish this sentence. I passed the NAPLEX because what? You passed the NAPLEX because of what? Post it in the comments. Be bold. Say it out loud. Write it on a mirror. Why did you pass this NAPLEX? You passed the NAPLEX because you're committed. I'm committed, not just interested. I passed the NAPLEX because I trust myself in the process. I passed the NAPLEX because I show up for I show up like a licensed pharmacist before I get the license? Why did you pass this exam? Take a moment, pause, and write down, why did you pass this exam? Because here's the truth. Here's the truth. This affirmation, this mindset, it's not fluff. It's identity alignment. I am a true witness of this. I mean, I promise you, I am a witness of this. I have been coaching for years. And I see so many pharmacists. There are too many aspiring pharmacists who have not been able to successfully pass this exam because of their mindset. And I don't want that. I don't want that to be you. I don't want that at all for you. Your biggest reason is because you don't tackle the mind. And that's one of the first things we do in our program. The first and foremost thing we do. We have to tackle the mindset. Because I realize no matter how good of a coach I am, if you don't believe you're worthy and ready and you're ready to receive this, and you're constantly in survival mode, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And truth be told, I'm not even gonna give that. But you know what? Let's just, yeah. And I'm gonna say it. Truth be told, I believe the lack of focus many of us stress with is a spiritual warfare. It's not that you're not smart enough, you're worthy or capable. It's your thoughts that hold you back in this process. I know with my clients just like you. They come to me. They want to pour into their journey. I pour so much to their journey. I refuse. When they come to me, I refuse to let them stand by and allow them to sit in their mindset that makes you believe this is not, the exam is not possible, because the exam is on a short stint of your whole entire career as a pharmacist. It's on a short stint of it. This exam does not have to be the barrier between you and your dreams. And when we work together, this is about making sure you have the mindset support to shift these stories that show up when you're already worked so hard for. You've already invested so much. This is the make it or break it point for a lot of pharmacists. It is. Because it's the survival mode that we're studying. It's those thoughts that keep coming up that we don't know how to address. And honestly, I've given you the blueprint already. When those thoughts come up, you go back into this. You go back into, I passed the exam because when that dark thought goes in and say, oh, I can't, you go back into, I passed the exam because of this. This is what you go to. Because mindset is going to be the key thing over and over and over. It's going to be your mindset. I want to really, truly, I want to invite you into this deeper transformation. Because a lot of times you're going in thinking you need another prep book. You need this resource. But you haven't mastered what's already at your hands. Studying harder won't help if you're studying scared. it will not help you. The real block may not be your brain of I can't retain maybe your brain of you're incapable of studying because you already been to pharmacy school, right? But your belief is definitely one. Your belief. The P.L.A.Y method. It gives you the foundation to reset and reclaim your confidence. The very first step is aligning the version of you who's already passed. Because guess what? That version of you isn't waiting. It's not waiting for you to be, it's not waiting on you. It's already here. You're already here. She's already here. You just have to activate her. And if this has resonated with you, please let's not stop here. Let's not stop here. If this has resonated with you, let's not stop at all. We're just beginning. Let's not stop. Because in the next episode, part 2, I'm going to show you how to take that mindset shift and apply it to your study sessions. Using those tools that's going to retain your brain, would not retrain your brain, sorry, not your overwhelmed to-do list. Because 70 ain't the ceiling. Most people think it's 70 ain't the ceiling of what you should be, the measure of how you know you're ready for the exam. 70 ain't the ceiling. And if you are really ready to go deeper and you want my help in building your personal NAPLEX plan, I want you to check the links below. Check the links below. Where that is for you to book a strategy call to learn how I can serve you, because I have services that I do not list on our on our website. Or you may want to learn more about the NAPLEX P.L.A.Y. Check the link below and then you can always find me. You can email us at contactme@LaQuitaJohnson.com. You can also visit our website at LaQuitaJohnson.com. Or you can find me on social media. I'm on LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, at Dr. LaQuita J. But until next time, remember that pharmacy is on the limit if you are. Now go be great, and I will talk to you guys later.